Right, all right. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you guys are at. And I would like to say welcome to Black Diamond FX. This is the start of the Price Cycle series where we will be going over how to recognize and use the smart money price cycle with supply and demand. All right. So get your notepads out, get you some tea or some coffee or whatever it is you need, and let's do it. Okay. So the price cycle. What is the smart money price cycle? All right. So let's go over here for a second, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay, because there's four parts to the price cycle. All right. So the first part of the price cycle is what we have is consolidation. All right. And you're going to see price moving in an up and down range, side to side, with making highs that are not all equal, but I mean fairly equal, you know, building liquidity at the top and at the bottom. Okay. So this is going to be our consolidation. That's consolidation. Okay. Let me just write it up here right quick. Consolidation. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys to see it. The first part we have, oh, typing skills today. Okay. So the first part we have is consolidation. And after consolidation, we're going to get what's called expansion. Now, what expansion is, that's going to be when you see those long candles coming out, you're going to see consolidation, then you're going to see those long candles coming out. That's expansion, right? So it's either going to be out of the top, it's going to expand from the top, long candles, or you're going to expand from the bottom of the consolidation zone, right? Either the top or the bottom, one of those areas is where you're going to get an expansion. Okay, so expansion. And there are some important things that we're going to go over that you guys need to know about expansion. We're going to break it down. I'm going to make a video for each section. Expansion, from bottom, from bottom. Okay. And and we can get expansion from the top as well. You can get expansion from either side. Right? That's when you're going to see price move heavily out from one. Price is going to move heavily in either direction and leave those big long candles. Right? So after expansion, what we normally get, sometimes we may get a consolidation, but eventually what we get next is called a retracement. And that a retracement is when price comes back to the zone. Okay. When price comes back inside the consolidation zone. That's the retracement. From, from retracement back inside the zone. All right. Now, once we get back inside the zone, what we're going to look for, because this is when it gets very, very important. Okay. So once we get back inside the zone, what we look for is for price to reverse from the retracement. Okay, so we got the retracement, right? Then we're going to look for price to reverse and move in that direction, which it came from, right? And that's the reversal. There's some important things that you need to know about expansion, about all of these. And like I said, we're going to go. I'm trying to put this on the and reverse it. And I click reverse it. So these are the 4 parts of the price cycle. Very, very important. Very, very helpful. You can make a living just off of this: consolidation, expansion, retracement, and reversal. Okay. So I'm pretty sure you're wondering how. How can we do this? How can we do this? How can we make money doing this? All right. So now it's where we get to the meat and potatoes, where I can show you guys exactly how. All right. All right. Go back to our regular scheduled program. All right. So the price cycle. Let's see, because I see it playing out here already. I see it playing out here already. Okay. So the first thing you want to do, choose a time frame, like a high time frame, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour daily. That's one of those. All right. I like the 2 hour. I really like the 2 hour time frame. I find the 2 hour time frame to give me some good I get some good moves, some real good moves on the 2 hour time frame. Okay, so you want to start on a higher time frame. Also, in addition to that, you want to take a notice of market structure. Okay, so if we take a look at this, all right, market structure is very important. If you don't know market structure, you need to learn. Right. Now, this isn't a course in market structure. I'm just showing you how the pricing. So look, as you can see, we're making higher highs and higher lows. That, that, boom, boom, boom. This, this way, this way. All right, I'm gonna make this a little bit easier on the eyes for you guys to see. Change the color. All right. Okay, so market structure. As you guys can see, market structure is coming down. Okay, down, making lower lows and lower highs. Then we made this ultimate low that broke this last structure right here. I got it. Not on my regular computer, not my wife's computer right now. Okay, so we got this last break of structure down there. Okay, so you can mark that US. Go. Okay, and then this lower high was broken. That's called a change of character. Okay, right here, right there. Okay, that's what character change. So this was our first indication that price could be going up. Meaning, when price is going up, we stop looking for sales and we start looking for buy opportunities, right? Correct. So now, in order for this to be a legit change of character, this has to respect this low, right? This next low, it has to respect this previous low. If it breaks it, then all bets are off. Most likely it's going to continue down. All right. But for now, we can see that perhaps it may be changing character. Right? So for the purpose of this video, let's just assume that price will go up. All right. But just for the purpose of this video, we don't know yet. All right. And we're going to get to how we will know. Right. But just for the purpose of this video, let's say price is going to go up. So what we're going to do is let's get rid of this. Market structure. Market structure 101 basic. Okay. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's pretend none of this happened. None of this happened. All right. So then we're looking over here. Price was over here. You know, you see it come down. So first thing I like to look for is what? Consolidation. Okay. So for consolidation, I tell you what, since since this seems to be going up, and we got in our mind that this is going to go up, let's start here. Okay, so we have consolidation. And the first thing I like to do is mark out my consolidation area with a rectangle. So I'll take a look at it like this. All right. So this will be my consolidation area, right? All right. And what's happening in consolidation? As we can see, price is pretty much moving sideways until we get here. All right. That means we lighten this up a little bit. That's a little too light. I don't like it that way. So now that we have our consolidation area, we can label it. I don't normally label it, but this is just for you guys that are trying to. It's our area of consolidation, right? So after consolidation, what comes next? After consolidation comes expansion, right? So expansion, remember I said it's going to be the long candles coming out either top or bottom out of the consolidation, right? So there's some things about expansion that we need to know. Let me just very important things about expansion that we need to know. All right, number one, two of them are a must. It got to have. First of all, expansion must break structure or change character. All right. Now you remember when I drew all the red lines? And all right, like something like this here, like this, that, boom, boom, boom. And I said I drew a line right here, from here to here, and I told you guys that this was a change of character. Well, that's exactly what it is. And a change of character and break of structure, a change of character is a break of structure. The difference is that when you get a change of character, structure is most likely changing. All right. A change of character indicates a reversal, a possible reversal, not a definite, but possible. All right. So that's our first clue that we're going to be looking for buys on this GBP NZD. Okay. So we have change of character, which is a break of structure. Another thing we must have, see these long candles? They create what's called imbalance, all right? And imbalance, if you notice, let me show you what imbalance is right quick. Let's use the brush. Okay. Now take a look at this circle area. Look at this candle, and this candle. I'll tell you what, let's move it down some, because the area that we're going to use is a bit lower. All right. So let's look at this candle, and this candle. All right. So what imbalance is, notice the wick on this candle here. Boom. I'm going to put it out all the way out here. And notice the wick on this candle here. All right. See how this top wick and this bottom wick, they don't meet each other. They don't intersect. Look at this. See this candle, top wick, middle candle, and look, bottom wick. See how they intersect? The market is balanced though. All right. Look here, the market is balanced. On most of these, you see balance in the market. But there are some where the market is not balanced out. It's called imbalance. Some people call it fair value gap. Some call it inefficient price action. It's all the same. But on expansion, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see that area of imbalance. Let me just. Area of imbalance. Now there's something else that sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens here, All right. And what happened here is liquidity was taken out. A lot of times, and I'm gonna show you one because I'm gonna show you guys an example where liquidity was taken. The liquidity, when every time it breaks structure, you can say liquidity was taken out because there's liquidity at highs and lows. And since this was a lower high, liquidity was taken off. The change of character, right? But when you get that, when you get this imbalance, when you get this expansion, especially when not liquidity, a lot of times it come into play on later on down the road when the retracement comes in. We're gonna look at it. All right. But we gotta have imbalance and we got to have this structure change, this structure break. All right. We gotta have it. Now you can't see it because it's lined up with my consolidation zone. Let me just, like I see it right there, change the character, structure break, boom, right there. Okay, so now the next step is once we get it and price comes up, as you can see, it starts coming back down. This is the retracement back down to where consolidation zone is, right? So we're going to mark that and I'm going to explain to you guys retracement. So here we have retracement. Notice how it's coming down, coming down, coming down. Now, when we get retracement, what we want to see is, notice, remember we had imbalance here? We want to see the market balance out. We want to see this, we want to see some balance here, okay? So a lot of times what's going to happen is, it's going to come down, See right here, it came down here, but it didn't quite fill it, all right? But this is an inducement. This is like a trap, right? This is an inducement. What it did was create liquidity, all right? And a lot of people would see this and get in the trade right there on a buy trade, and then look, see how it's coming down? I can tell you what's going to happen. This is going to come down, fill this imbalance, all right? And another thing, when this expansion left, see this last candle here before the imbalance was created? This is called an order block, all right? This is where a price is most likely to return to, all right? And some people like to do this whole zone. Some people, I like to go, I would probably, let's see. And I use my Fibonacci to measure out the zone, the order block. Yes, that's my Fibonacci, all right? And see, we have it coming down, okay? This would be the zone that I would look for price to come back to. And another way, watch this. Watch this. Let me show you something. I learned this. This is a little trick. I have this. This is my smart money Phillips too. See this green area right here? That's where price is most likely to going to retrace to. Now, not saying it definitely will, but most likely. All right. Now check this out. I'm gonna put it on the chart from the low to the high. Look, anywhere in this green area, anywhere in this green area, price is most likely to. And then look, see, order block. I mean, imbalance, the area of imbalance is smack dead in the middle. But you see what we're getting here. All right. Now, if this comes here, it doesn't come all the way in, we are gonna have what's called equal lows. All right. Well, we want a price to come back into our zone. Where I have my Fibonacci. We want price to come back in there, right in. Watch this. I'm gonna mark it with a rectangle just to make it a little more clear for you guys. Right up in there. We want price to come back up in this zone. Now, it could happen to where it's, like I said, it's going to come down and see we have imbalance here as well. And we have a weak, and that's not even, I mean, we're going to say this is liquidity, right? All right, equal highs, liquidity, all right? And this might make liquidity. If it come down here, equal with this, you can make liquidity. And even here, this is liquidity by itself. All right. What we're looking at for price to come down here, retrace back down into the zone. Okay. Now, once price gets back down into the zone, how do we take a trade? Because once price gets back down into the zone and it gives us a reversal pattern, which I'm going to show you guys, we got to know. That's just, we don't have our reversal yet. So let's just say this is our reversal. I'll tell you what, make it look a little more realistic. Let's make our reversal look a little bit more realistic. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's try and get back to right. And we'll leave it at four pictures for now. Okay, so once price gets back down into here, into the zone, then we drop down to a lower time. I like the 15 minutes. Sometimes I go down to the 5. You don't want to drop down too low. All right, and then see, look, see what's happening right here? See what's happening? We have this, the same thing. Look, 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 look at this. This is the 2 hour. See what's happening? It's coming back down. Watch when we drop down to the 15 minute. Look at that right here. Now this right here, watch. I'm gonna show you exactly where it's at. Y'all, this is, I'm telling y'all, once y'all get this, burn it in your brain. It's simple. You can't miss. You can't miss. Watch this. 2 hours. Boom, right here. That's that same zone. That same zone. The market is fractal. What that means is what happens on the higher time frame happens on the lower time. All right. Now this is liquidity down here. See this consolidation? Remember I said consolidation has liquidity built up at the top and at the bottom. So this is liquidity for price to come back down and take. Right? A lot of people are going to get in trades. They see this here as support, and they're going to buy from there. And their stop losses are going to be just below here. And what's going to happen is, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. What's going to happen is this is going to come back down into the zone, stop all these people, and then come up, right? If it that, and now that's if it respects this low, right? But that's 9 times out of 10, it's going to come down in here, stop all these people, and then move this way up. But like I was saying, price is going to come back down into this zone, right? I'll show you guys, all right? Come back down into this zone. Now, once price gets into this zone, a certain thing we look for, and that thing is this right here. Watch. Remember how we saw this on the high time frame? This right here. Watch this. Consolidation. Boom. No, I don't want you. I don't want you. I want you. I want you. Right? No, I'm gonna show you how I like this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's make it red. See that? See this pattern? This is the same exact pattern we want to see when price gets down into this zone. It's just on a smaller time frame. Because just like it showed us that price is changing, that market structure is changing on the 2 hour, it showed us the exact same thing on the 15 minute, on the 5, the 3, the 1, the monthly, weekly, daily, for every time frame, every single time frame. So that's what we want to see when price gets down. And then once we get our change of character and it respects it, boom. Watch this. Let's go back to the 15. Look, see how price is coming down? Look at that. See that move right there? It's coming down. And we want to see something. mm, 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 mm. Now we can make it small. You turn right again, you can make it small. So just look at your up. Let's move it over some. You want to see something like that inside the zone. Now the whole thing could be inside the zone. It could go like this. It could go, but we want to see that. This is the pattern we want to see, right? And then, excuse me, it's the same thing. It's going to break. It's going to change character here, right? Change character, right? Come back down, test a zone, just like we got this zone marked up. Test a zone. Once it tests that zone and we get rejection, take your trade. Once we test the zone and we get rejection, take your trade. This is called confirmation. Right? Now, look like it might be playing out. So let's take a look and see what happens. Because it's moving pretty good right now. So let's just see what happens. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. All right. Keep in mind this, you will lose trades doing this. The market is going to do what the market is going to do. All right. But you get the highest probability of following this. Following this, you will get the highest probability of your trade being successful. And look at this zone. It's 21 pips, right? You could go down. Let's see. Could this be refined? You probably could bring it to here. Let me put on my magnet right quick. So you probably could bring it to, let's make it this kind of, let's make it that. Just put it right there. All right, so now it's a 12 pip zone, right? You could refine. I don't normally refine my zones like that because it don't matter how big my zone is. I'm gonna tell y'all, it don't matter how big the zone is. You want to see this pattern. Once you see this pattern, you get it. Now look what's happening now. See, it's starting to go up, starting to go up a little bit. What could be happening is it's making another retracement to fill this, then it's going to drop, or you could be getting equal lows right here. Liquidity. You could be making liquidity, right? But that don't matter because we wait. We're in a waiting pattern. We are in a waiting pattern, all right? That's what we want to see down there. So we're going to leave it there. And then once price starts going up, that's our retracement, right? I think I covered all the bases. All right, now remember, price start coming back down, right? Sometimes it's going to consolidate. When it consolidates like that, we get liquidity being built up underneath. All right, liquidity being built up underneath increases the chances of price coming back down into our zone and giving us our trade. All right, the price cycle in a nutshell, y'all. I'm telling you, this is golden. This you learn it. Forget about all that other stuff. Why coffee? You guys learn this and master it. Practice it. Master it. You will be straight. You will be okay. You will be profitable. You will be great at it. But you have to practice it. You have to get your eyes adjusted to seeing these zones. And like I said, I look at the 2 hour. You could any time frame you want. But remember, you must stay in line with market structure. Because look what happened. Remember, I was telling y'all it's going to come from the zone, right? It's going to expand, retrace, give you a little inducement right there, then come down. This is the trap. Watch this. See, we got like a little zone right here, right? Y'all can see it. Let's go on it. All right. See right here? Got a little zone right there, right? Watch this. Let me show you something. Look what happened. Zone. Zone right there, right? what happened? We got consolidation, all right? We got expansion, right? Expansion there. We got retracement. Oh, 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 what happened? What happened? Retrace. Retrace. What happened? Look what happened. Boom. Came back down. Didn't fill in, right? Look what happened here. Boom, boom. This is your trade right up in there. This is your aggressive trade. This is your safe trade. Because look what happened. Remember that pattern I said we want to wait for him here? We see it right here. Look. We see it right here. And that's why I said I don't really refine my zones. There's really no need to. Because you're waiting to see that pattern. Boom, 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 boom. Then from there, look, all the way down here. Boom. This is the end. This is your entry. This is your entry right there. Right there. Let me make this bigger for you guys to see it pretty well again. Not as quick on the keyboard as some of you guys. But look, see that pattern? Let's make it red again. And I'm using my wife's keyboard. Look what we got. Look what we got. Breaker structure here. US. Boom, right there. US on the hand side. We got change of character here. Here, change of character. See right there. Boom. The low side. Came back up. It comes back up to the zone. Y'all don't believe the zone is here? Okay. Let's go down every minute. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find the zone. Because it don't go to random spots. 15 minutes. Up, 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 up. 5 minutes. Up. What do we have? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Look at this right here. Watch this. Imbalance right here. See that? Watch. Let me drag it all the way. Bang, bang, bang. Remember I circled this? I told you the entry was up in there? Bang, right there. Right there. Come on, man. This is what we do. And how big is this zone? Look at this. 201.43.8 to 201.53.9. 10.1 pips. 10.1 pips. You get a 10 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Let me tell you, you could take this trade down to this low right here. For about 100 pips. A 10 to 1 risk to reward. Let's see. Let's put our risk to reward tool and we're gonna mark this bottom. Let's see, is it 10 to 1? Even if it's more than 10 to 1, that's good. Let's see. Look, that's like 10.0 on the dot. 100, look at that. 109 pips. 10.9. Man, come on, man. 109 pips. 109 pips. That's just to there. That's just to there. That's not even all the way down to the zone. That's not even all the way down to where it gave you this inducement. Let's see. If you get in and get all the way down here, back to the zone. Look at that. How many pips is that? 251 pips. Come on, man. 251. And guess what? It's gonna be a little bit more because it's gonna go all the way down. But man, tell me you can't. Let's see something. 251 pips. How long did it take? How long did this take? It don't really matter how long it took. A lot of people not even catching that. A day and 21 hours, almost 2 days. 257 to be exact. 257 pips. Multiply 257 times a 10 point over the outside. In 2 days, you can make $2,570. All right, 2,500. Wait, 10 point over. A 1 point over lot. I'm sorry, a 1 point over lot. You made $2,500. A 10 point over lot. You made 25,000. You made 25,000 with a 10 point. That's $100 a pip. $100 times 257. That's 25K 700. 25.7K. But y'all see the power? Y'all see the power of this, man? That's what the price cycle. The price cycle. That's the price cycle. Consolidation, expansion coming up, retracement back to the zone, right? Retracement. Well, let's start this over. Consolidation, okay. Expansion coming out. Expansion that what? Either changes character or breaks structure, right? And leaves imbalance behind. All right. Then we get what? Retracement. Retracement is known for creating liquidity. Retracement is known for creating liquidity, right? Because a lot of times it's going to expand and then consolidate. Then you're going to see it start coming down. That might even go up a little bit, take out the liquidity on top, then come down, take out the bottom to your zone, and then boom, reverse it, boom. And I told y'all 10 to 1. 10 to 1 is good. Anything between 9.5 on up is good. 10 to 1 is almost clockwork. 10 to 1 is real good. Because you see this 10 to 1 was 109 pips, 10.9. I said 10.9. But like I said, 9.5 and up, you good. That's a lot of pips. And that's, imagine, you can do that in a day sometimes. You can do that in a day. This is one that I'm currently looking at. All right, so I'm looking at it going up, potentially back up into the zone right there. Okay, because you see, like I said, we have liquidity created right here. This is GBP JPY, my favorite pair. GBP JPY, potentially going up back up into the zone, right, and then dropping. All right, and this is the 15-minute. Let's see. We created some liquidity here, came down to this zone right here. This is zone. Watch. I'm gonna circle it. Let's take a closer look at it. Turn this off. Look at our circle. Let's go on to the 5-minute. Right. Can't really see it. I don't know. This might drop a little further than I think. Might drop a little further and then come up. You'll see. But that's why we wait. That's why we have patience, man. Remember, something that's very important. We don't predict, we react. Okay? We don't predict, we react. Okay, on a smaller time frame, you don't have imbalance until way down here at 171, somewhere around there. So it could possibly get on to 171 and then do this thing. Or, let's see, I don't see nothing there unless we got something in the high. Yeah, this high time frame. Let's see. But that's how you interchange. See how interchanging between time frames? You gotta learn how to do that. All right. I see we got imbalance here. We got imbalance between this candle and this candle. We got imbalance between here and here. And our zone, look, our consolidation is right here. This is our consolidation zone here. It's marked here. Let's see. Right. So 9 times out of 10, we might come down to this, to right here somewhere, 170.5. And then maybe go up and take out this liquidity and then make a big drop. All right. Because look, we got equal over. Not that equal, but this liquidity nonetheless, right here. See that? People are set or buying from them. And then look, it's right below it. Another zone. Boom. Right here. It's a target. Another zone. Liquidity. Another zone. See that right here? This wick right here, that's a zone that you can possibly take a trade going up from. So perhaps you might be able to buy to this zone. This has liquidity. Bottom side of liquidity. Right? And then look what we got right here. Watch this. This zone right here. This could be the market with my Fibonacci. Boom, boom. Change that to smart number 1. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, watch this. I'll show y'all something. I think we got a zone in there. Watch this. This is what I do, man. When I tell you I'm the best at this, I am one of the best. Boom. Look at that right there. Right there. Boom. And look, imbalance right up in here. Come on, man. Come on, man. But look how big that zone is. That's 45 pips. Let's refine this. We could refine this down to here. Watch something. We could refine this. I like my back. I do. Sometimes it just get low. All right. So now it's down to 30. 30, 60 pips on. 60 pips. It was 80 pips before. Now it's down to about 60. 59, 60 something. Right? Let's see. And that's the hour. Let's go down to the 30 minute. Let's see the 30 minute look like. Roughly about the same. 15. Let's look at the 15. So get to a certain point where I might not be able to go any deeper with it. See, about the same right there. But remember, like I said, it don't matter. It don't matter because what we look for, once price get down in that zone, what do we look for? This is what we look for. Watch. Let me show you. In case y'all missed it, this is what we look for. This right here. You gotta look for boom, 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 and then boom, right? And what is that? You see this break structure. We got to see this breaking structure before the change of character. We have to, right? Breaking structure. The breaking structure must come before the change of character. Change of character. Now this is a perfect view of it. Sometimes it's going to play out like that. Sometimes it might play out a little different, right? Then back to the zone. Back to the zone. Where we take out a trade. Where we take out a trade. Come on, man. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. All right. We wanted to show you guys that. We got this free game, this free lesson. Now there's a bit some other things that I teach my students as well. If you guys want to join, message me. Come join. Right now it's $1,500, but I'm doing a special. $500 for lifetime membership. It's one-time fee. $500 for lifetime membership. It's a one-time fee. Join Black Diamond Effects and join our trading community where we discuss trades, we share setups, chart setups. Just sometimes we just talk about life things, offer advice to each other. We celebrate each other's birthdays and family achievements and stuff like that. But it's a one-time fee of $500 until June 1st. If you guys are interested, message me, let me know, and we can get you done. We can get you started. All right. Before we leave, let's take a look at, let's go back to what it was, GBP, NZD or GBP CAD. Let's see. Yeah, GBP. So look, it's still cooking. Still cooking. Still cooking. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this video and I'll give you guys an update. In fact, let me add this to my watch list. Moving on. See, I got stocks on here too. I use the same process to trade stock options. Man, trade one, you can trade them all. If you can trade, you can trade. It don't matter what it is. You can trade, you can trade. The only thing is learning the platform, learning the trading platform. All right. Learning the trading platform. All right. So we'll start the video. Thank you guys for coming. Like I said before, you want to learn with Black Diamond Effects, message me. I will teach you, I will help you. If you've never traded before, we're going to start with the basics. If you do have trading experience, then we're going to jump head first into it. All right. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.